Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we are doing a FIFA Ultimate Team video. This time around EA have released some brand new player SBCs that we're going to check out and see exactly what these players have to offer. The players in question are Emil Forsberg and Juan Bernat. It is a UCL Showdown where basically the player who's on the winning team will receive a +3 overall upgrade, which is very nice, bringing up their cards to potentially a 96 in Forsberg case and a 95 in Bernat's case. Yesterday, EA also released a Sebastian Blanco for his man of the match performance in the MLS final. So what we're going to do today is check out these guys' stats individually, see what they have to offer for us within game. Then we're going to see how much it costs to complete these particular SBCs before finally talking about the best Chemstars to use with these particular players. So let's start off with Sebastian Blanco and see what his work rates are. He's got the high attack with the medium defense, which I think is perfectly fine for a left midfielder. Very nice indeed. 3-star skill moves isn't great, but a 5-star weak foot is fantastic. In terms of his attributes, he's got fantastic pace. His shooting stats look incredible with the attack positioning of 91, finishing of 87, shot power and long shots both maxed out at 99 is really good. Volleys of 95 is good. Penalties of 77 is a bit meh. In terms of those passing stats though, where they needed to be good, they are, with the vision of 94, crossing of 90, short pass of 96, long pass of 93. His curve of 86 is okay, but the free kick accuracy of 77 is a little low. From a dribbling aspect, agility is fantastic at 99, balance of 98 is very nice, reactions of ball control at 94 apiece is good, and the dribbling of 97 is nice as well. However, that composure of 77 is a little bit low. In terms of his defensive stats, not particularly good here, so we skip past those. And from a physical aspect, his aggression of 99 is fantastic, strength of 74 could be considered a little bit weak, stamina of 99 is very good, and his jumping of 81 is a bit meh. In terms of traits, he doesn't contain any, but generally speaking, he is a fantastic player, a definite left midfielder with some great capabilities to be very good within game. The only slight drawback is 1, he's from the MLS, and 2, he's Argentinian. There are some very good Argentinians that you can link him up to, but generally speaking, he's not going to be the easiest player to get many links with. Now, saying that, let's see what's required in order to obtain this particular SBC player and see if it's actually worth doing. He require an Argentinian player in an 83 rated scored with 70 chemistry. That doesn't sound too bad for a player of his quality. That actually sounds very good. So what we're going to do is just check out Footbin right now and see how much it's coming in at. And as you can see here, you're looking at about 58k to complete this particular card, which I think is reasonable value, it has to be said, for a player of his quality. He's exceptionally good. Now, in terms of Chemstars to use with this particular player, I think my first one would probably be a Deadeye. Main reason for the Deadeye is I already like the look of his dribbling stats. I already like the look of his pace stats. In terms of the only dribbling stat he has an issue with is his composure, but the likelihood that you can improve that with a particular Chemstar is only a sniper, and that kind of feels like a waste given how good his agility is anyway. But it would probably be one of the Chemstars I recommend. But the first one I'm recommending is a Deadeye. As you can see here, his positioning goes up to a 99, finishing becomes a 99 to go along with those 99s in shot power and long shots, which is fantastic. His volleys stays at 95, but the penalties go up to an 82, which is very nice to see. In terms of those passing stats, vision of 99 is brilliant. His crossing goes up to a 95. That free kick actually gets a little boost, bringing it up to an 82. His short passing maxes out to 99, which is very good as well. Long passing becomes a 93 with that curve now becoming a 91, which is very nice to see too. All in all, this makes him a 97 rated left winger, which is incredible, and those stats just look really good on him indeed. The next Chemstar I recommend is going to be that sniper. This is mainly to improve his composure, just to make it a little bit better than what it is currently. So as you can see here, in terms of his shooting stats, the positioning goes up to a 96 with the finishing maxing out to 99. His volleys goes up to 99 with penalties now becoming a 92. In terms of his dribbling stats, balance, reactions, ball control and dribbling all max out to 99s, which is very nice, and that composure becomes an 82. And then the final Chemstar I'm going to recommend for this guy is going to be a marksman. Main reason for the marksman is for the little boost he gets to him within his physicals. Also gives him some nice boost in terms of dribbling, and his shooting stats come up really nicely as well. So as you can see here, positioning goes up to a 96 with the finishing becoming a 97. In terms of those volleys, going again, you go up to 99. Penalties become an 82, and from a dribbling perspective, reactions, ball control and dribbling all max out to 99s, which is very nice indeed. His jumping becomes a 91 and that strength becomes 79. So there's definitely room for improvement with the Chemstars for this particular player, and kind of makes him a lot better than what he currently is right now, and a very exciting prospect to use within game. However, saying that, he does come at a little bit of a price in the fact that he's not going to be the easiest player to link within your teams, but there are definitely players out there that you can definitely link up to. For instance, like there's the Italian striker, Palacio, I think his name is. You also have Valverde he could link up to as well. So there are definitely a few players that can give him some good links in the position that he currently is in. Now let's go back and have a look at Mr. Emil Forsberg. 93 rated cam card, looks very interesting indeed. Requires 2 squads to complete, which is a bit strange, it has to be said, considering that Juan Bernat only needs the 1 squad to complete. But let's check out his work rate. So he's a medium attack with a medium defense work rate, which is okay, it has to be said. Skill moves of 4 stars is good, and the weak foot of 4 stars is alright as well. In terms of his attributes, his pace is okay for a midfielder, kind of like that, with the acceleration of 91 and sprint speed of 85. In terms of his shooting stats, you're looking at his attack positioning of 94, finishing of an 87, shot power of 91, long shots of 92, which is good, volleys of 83 and penalties of 86. So generally very good across the board here. Passing as well, very, very nice here, it has to be said, apart from one stat, which is a little bit of a disappointment. So vision of 95 is great. Crossing of 96 is very good. Free kick accuracy of 88 is decent. Short pass of 97 is very good indeed. That long pass of 79 is a little bit of a surprise. Very disappointed in that. In terms of his curve though, 93 is good. From a dribbling aspect, he's got pretty decent stats here too, with the agility of 91, balance and reactions of 92, ball control of a 98, dribbling of a 92 and a composure of an 87. Defensively, he's awful, so skip past those. And from a physical aspect, the aggression of 81 is decent, strength of 78 is okay, stamina of 91 is quite nice, and the jumping of 70 is pretty non-existent. In terms of traits, he does contain outside the foot shot trait, which is fantastic. The flare trait is always a nice trait to have, but he is injury prone, which is a little bit disappointing. Overall, I do like the look of this card, but he does need a little bit of improving, has to be said. Depending on how well, if Leipzig actually win or not, he could turn out to be a fantastic card. But to be sure whether or not this is going to be worth a punt, we got to see what these 2 squads are. So the first squad requires a Bundesliga player in an 82 rated squad with 80 chemistry. In return, you get a premium Electrum players pack, and then an 83 rated squad with 70 chemistry, and you get a premium mixed players pack in return. I'll be interested to see what Footbin's actually currently saying this is coming in at, because I'm not too sure whether or not I like it or I don't like it. So with that in mind, let's see what Footbin is saying. And as you can see here, you're looking at about 107k on PlayStation, a little bit more expensive on Xbox at around about the 117k mark. All in all, I'm not disappointed by it, but I'm not really happy about it either. I would have preferred just a 1 squad instead of having to give over 2 sets of players, but the squad levels are not too bad, and he is generally a very good player, so I wouldn't blame you if you wanted to try and complete it. But then again, given some of the other cards that you can already obtain that are not this Forsberg, like your Thomas Müllers, your Kimmich's, your Goretzkas and all that sort of stuff, and from a German league perspective, this isn't really up there with those cards in my personal view. Now when it comes to Chemstars to use with this particular player, the first one I'm going to be recommending is an engine. Main reason for an engine in my view is to boost up all those dribbling stats, boost up the pace, boost up the passing. And as you can see here in the plus 10 chemistry position, his acceleration becomes a 96, sprint speed becomes a 90. From a passing aspect, vision, crossing and short passing all max out to 99s, which is very nice indeed. Free kick accuracy becomes a 98, with the long pass now being boosted to a 89 even, which is better than what it was. In terms of his dribbling stats, agility of 96 is nice, balance of 99 is very good to see as well. Reactions going up to a 97 is good. Ball control and dribbling both maxing out to 99s is very nice indeed, and makes him an interesting prospect at a cam. And depending on what his boost, if he gets boosted, could become a very exceptional player. In terms of another chem star you might want to consider using with this guy, I think a Hawk's a pretty good shout. Main reason for the Hawk is just to give him again that extra bit of boost, give him some nice physical boost, as well as maxing out those shooting stats as best as you can as well. So as you can see here, the acceleration becomes a 96 with that sprint speed becoming a 90. In terms of his shooting stats, positioning becomes a 99, finishing becomes a 92, shot power becomes a 99, his volleys go up to a 93 with the penalties becoming a 96. In terms of his physical boost, you see the jumping going up to an 80, strength becoming an 83, and aggression becoming a 92, which is nice to see as well. And then finally, in terms of the last chem star I'd recommend, I'm going to say a Maestro. There's just something about his passing I'm not really too happy about. I mean, I know I've already pointed out long passing being a major issue, but just getting those others stats just to be a bit more boosted seems to be quite helpful. He also needs a little bit of boosting in terms of his shooting stats as well, and I think his dribbling stats could do with a little bit of boost too, because even as a cam, as long as you're in the mid to late 80s, you're generally pretty good in terms of pace. So here, as you can see, the positioning goes up to a 99, his shot power goes up to a 99 with long shots as well, which is fantastic. The volleys become an 88 in terms of those passing stats, vision and short passing both max out to 99s, which I think is great. Free kick accuracy becomes a 98 with that long pass getting a little boost, bringing it up to an 84. In terms of his dribbling stats, the agility now becoming a 96 is needed, reactions becoming a 97 is very good, and ball control and dribbling both maxing out at 99s is very nice too. Overall, I like this Forsberg card, but like I've already touched on, I think there's already better cards out there. The idea that Leipzig could win and he could get a +3 boost is generally quite appealing. However, is he going to knock out some of the other players that you have potentially within your teams? It's questionable. Do I think he's worth picking up for the value he is? Well, at 117k and either at the 107k mark, I think it's alright, but if you can definitely reduce it with the assets that you already have within your club, then I think it could be a potential worthwhile investment to pick up this Forsberg card. Now finally, we'll check out Bernat and see exactly what he has to offer. So, Mr. Bernat has the high work rate, attacking work rate even, medium defense work rate, which is okay. Little bit disappointing here. Really would like to see a high for both, or a more higher defensive work rate against the lower attacking work rate. But all in all, it's not the worst. Skill moves of 4 stars is good, but that weak foot 3 stars is not great. But luckily enough, he's a left back, so it's not too much of an issue. In terms of his attributes, he's got very nice pace for a left back with the acceleration of 95 and sprint speed of 90. In terms of his shooting stats, a bit all over the place, but as a left back that's kind of expected. But with the attack positioning of 91 is pretty decent. Finishing is quite shocking at 69. Shot power, long shots of 72 isn't great. Volleys are 68 and the penalties are 61. Kind of non-existent. Passing wise, he's relatively good. The vision of 89 is nice. Crossing of 93 is very good. Free kick accuracy of 58 is pretty appalling, but you're probably not going to put him on free kicks anyway. Short pass of 93 is good. Long pass of 83 is nice. And the curve at 89 is okay too. In terms of his dribbling stats, he's pretty damn good here, has to be said. Agility of 94 is a good stat. Balance of 96 is nice. Reactions of 90 is very good. Ball control of 94 is decent. Dribbling of 91 is nice. And the composure of 86 is okay. Defensively, again, he's pretty good here too, with the interceptions of 95. Defensive awareness of 89. Stand tackle of 97 and slide tackle of 95. All very good stats. Physically too, he's very good apart from strength. So stamina of 99, jumping of 98, and aggression of 95, very nice. Strength of 76 is okay, but probably could do with a little bit of a boost. In terms of traits, he contains none, which is a little bit disappointing. Now, with him, let's see what is required. It's only the 1 squad in order to complete this particular SBC, and you're looking for a PSG player in an 84 rated squad with 70 chemistry. Okay, seems to be a little bit more expensive to say the least. Let's check out Footbin and see what that's currently saying he's coming in at, and we are looking at just over 100k. That's surprising. So he's genuinely cheaper than Forsberg, which kind of makes sense because Forsberg's a 93 rated card, whereas this Bernat's a 92 rated card. But I do like Bernat's attributes more than Forsberg's attributes, has to be said. So I think he's a little bit better value from coins than the Forsberg. In terms of Chemstars to use with this particular player, I think the first one I probably recommend is going to be a backbone. Main reason for the backbone is because I'm quite happy with his pace. I think his pace is decent. His dribbling is pretty good as well. Defensively, I like to boost those stats up. I also want to boost his physicals because I think he could do with it, and also see his passing stats get a nice little boost as well. So as you can see here in a +10 chemistry position, vision becomes a 94 with that crossing going up to his 99. Short passing also maxes out to 99, which is very nice. His long passing becomes an 88 and curve goes up to a 94. In terms of his defensive stats, interceptions, defensive awareness, standing tackle and sliding tackle all maxing out to 99s is very good. In terms of his physicals, you've got the jumping, which becomes a 99, and his strength also becomes an 81, which is pretty decent as well. In terms of another chem star to recommend, I'll probably say an anchor. Main reason here again is the physical boost, but this time giving his pace a bit more of a boost to kind of match the wingers that he'll probably come up against when you're playing within game. So you see the acceleration goes up to a 99 with that sprint speed becoming a 95. In terms of his defensive stats, you see the interceptions, defensive awareness, stand tackle and slide tackle all maxing out to 99, which is very good, and heading actually gets a boost bringing it up to a 75. In terms of his physicals, jumping maxes out to 99 along with aggression, which is great, and his strength becomes an 81. Now in terms of the final chem style to recommend, it's a bit of a tough one really. I'd probably say a sneaky little engine could be pretty good for him, especially in terms of his mobility and catching up to other to wingers that he'll be facing against. So as you can see here in the +10 chemistry position, acceleration becomes a 99, sprint speed goes up to a 95, his passing stats, we'll see his vision go up to a 94, crossing becoming a 98, free kick actually becomes a 68, short passing becomes a 98, long passing becomes a 93, which is very good. In terms of those dribbling stats, agility and balance max out to 99s along with ball control and dribbling, which is very, very good, and his reactions becomes a 95. All in all, I really like the look of this Bernat card. I think it's probably definitely worthwhile value in order to pick up, and if you could do it for a lot less within using assets that you already own within your club, I think you're definitely onto a winner with this particular card. All in all, guys, I'm quite happy with the content that has been out for the last couple of days with the MOTM Blanco, Juan, Bernat and Emil Forsberg, but generally speaking, I don't think they're going to move mountains in terms of wanting you to bring them into your team. But overall, for the prices that you can get them for and for the potential that you could have, especially right now, we're kind of in that fun phase, they're probably nice little cards to pick up and just mess about with and see what they're like. Anyway guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. Please leave your comments below. Let me know what you think of all these players. Also let me know what you think are the best chem stars as well. But until next time, please remember to smash that like button, hit the subscribe, and I'll check you guys out. Laters.